Hi, Easterly Parkway. How are you? I'm Erin Welsh. I am the mom of Jackson and Eliza, and I teach art at Bellefonte High School. And I hope that you're enjoying the Art and Literature Fair and getting to see what all of your classmates have made. And we've had lots of community members share with us what they make. So I wanted to put together a little mini lesson for you. So I have decided to gather some materials from my recycling bin, my cardboard recycling bin. And I thought it might be fun to just grab some things that most of us have around. So I have lots of different scraps and pieces of cardboard from different crackers and cereal boxes. And I thought it would be fun to study an artist, two artists actually, who do portraits. And a portrait is a picture of a person's face and maybe some of their shoulders. We are going to look at artist Kimmy Kentrell. He's from Atlanta, and also Pablo Picasso, which is possibly a name you've heard before. And in both cases, these artists are making portraits that are abstract. They might not look really, truly like real, like a person that you'd see walking down the sidewalk, but the artist gives their own flavor to each and every portrait. So in the slide with this video, you'll also find some examples of these artists and how they made portraits, which hopefully will inspire you. You will notice that their portraits are not symmetrical, they're asymmetrical, meaning that they're not really the same on both sides. Many of us have maybe more or less a symmetrical face. This side is similar to this side. They're not exactly the same. But these artists, Kimmy Kentrell and Pablo Picasso, are really thinking outside the box. And take a look there before you start, because I think you're going to like what you see. I hope that you do. So what I did was I cut out a cereal box and I drew the beginning of the idea of a face. So I thought two ears that are not across from each other, because it's okay. Because artists can do things like that. We can think outside the box. And I sort of like an oval shape. It's a little tilted. So I'm going to start right off the bat drawing something that's not symmetrical. And on this face, I'm going to think about making mix match pieces, because this can sort of be like a game. So I got my two kids together and we started to make eyes, noses, hair, lips, different things that faces have. And we all made several of each different thing. And here's how this works, because we're making a mix matched portrait in the style of Kimmy Kentrell, who is in fact a ceramic artist, meaning that he works in clay. And we are working in cardboard here, but I figure that's something everyone might have around. And then there's an eye. So we've got some eyes that we just cut out of cardboard. And we drew on these. So we needed some scissors for this project, some markers, crayons. We did some color pencils, and that's really all we needed. And some smaller friends might need an adult helper to help cut, depending on how thick your cardboard is. So we have lots of eyes that we made. We have some funny noses. Some of these noses, this nose right here has a little bit of an eyebrow. I feel like it reminded me of a nose with an eyebrow. I did a little fringe at the top, maybe to make it look more eyebrowish. And I looked at Kimmy Kentrell and was inspired by his noses, which are similar to this one. I liked that shape. I have another nose like this with a little bit of a possible eyebrow over here. Here's another eye that my daughter made. Maybe, I don't know how this goes. There's not really a right or wrong way. I've got a couple things that I just use pencil. If you only have a pencil or you only have a pen, you can still do this project. These were just made in pencil. There's an eye and a nose. Here's an eye that I made in pen that kind of made me think of a robot. You can be inspired by even things like robots. If you have been to the Palmer Museum slide yet, you might have been inspired by some of the African masks that you saw in that video. You could be inspired by those things. My son made that. I think that could be an eye or a mouth or a nose. Lots of different answers for these. There's some mouths here. So what's going to happen now is you get to be the inventor and you get to play a little bit, because really that's what art is about. It's about playing with different ideas and different materials. My daughter made a necklace. There's a little necklace there. I think I'll add that to the bottom. Might as well use those lips. We can put them on straight, or we can put them on a little wonky, maybe even like that. Guess a mouth could work like that too, huh? There's an eye. I think I'll use that eye. Maybe this one. And so this can be an activity that you can do and change it up every single time. There might never be a face that's the same. Or if you like the idea of making something more permanent, I made a little bit of a wig or like some green hair I could add to the top. You could glue these pieces down if you really want to save a portrait that you make. I have a little bit of design hair here, because really you can have any kind of hair you want. I think part of the fun is being able to change up the different faces. It might be nice too for you to be able to take pictures of the faces that you make and keep track of what you make. You might even send them to Miss Latori. She, I'm sure, would love to see these. You can show your classroom teachers. Maybe I'll use you as a nose. And so you can make all of your pieces and just have fun with your family and make different portraits. I also made a couple speech bubbles. Art is awesome, and you can take a picture with your particular character saying some different things. Be the change. Maybe that's what your character is saying. So there's not a right or wrong answer. You can just have fun and create all day long. My daughter made a flower for the hair or the not hair. There's no reason you can't be a little bald. There's a little flower at the top. Got some eyebrows here. Change our mouths. Kind of like a monster mouth. So I hope that you enjoy this activity, and you can keep building your pieces. You can make, 10 eyes. Bring eyes into school and trade them with your friends. You can make even more characters and portraits with your friends. I have some jewelry here. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this activity, and definitely take pictures and share with the people at school. Enjoy the Art and Literature Fair. Thanks, everybody. Bye.